What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Well, we're doing a market watch today. Now, before we get today's market watch, I haven't had a chance to make a market watch in the past couple of days. While with the Christmas holiday, me having a little bit of a cold, I just didn't get a chance to get around to making a video. And I wanted to. I actually have a lot of content I want to create for you guys, talking about deck cores and the importance those deck cores could have, possibly, to Master Rule 5, as well as other cards, like we're going to talk about today. Cards that are in the relatively newer sets, even OTS sets, that are going to be changing with the ban list, with the Master Rule 5, and of course, with the new set coming out. We're going to see a lot of hype and a lot of movement happening really fast in the market. And if you're not fast enough, you're going to miss out. It's just inevitable. You guys can follow on the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram for any updates. If you got anything you want to message me directly, message me on Instagram. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and comment down below. Comment question of the day. What deck are you looking to play in Master Rule 5? Me, personally, I want to play Shadows, if they're still going to be relevant. Who knows, though? Looking at one of my favorite cards of Rising Rampage, a card that didn't get much talk, didn't get so much hype at all, talk about whatsoever, is Get Out. It targets 2 monsters your opponent controls, I'll special one from the extra deck, shuffle into the deck, and that's it. Now, I know everyone's getting really excited about D-Barrier. D-Barrier is a phenomenal card, absolutely. But Get Out's also a great card as well. It can stop your opponent from starting plays. And for control plays, this is an excellent card. Holding a $7 market price, Lightning Plate First Edition is roughly around $8. After that one's gone, you'll see it once again move up in almost near the $9 price range. Now, one thing that's really easy to say is, of course, this card might see metal play. And I think, of course, this card's going up in value because of the hype. No doubt in my mind. But what Yu-Gi-Oh players are failing to see is the fact that Get Out is a normal trap. A normal trap that can be utilized with Trap Trick. Now, if you want to buy the 2019 Goats like Megaton version, no big deal. It's almost there $6, roughly around $5.50 for the Ultra version of Trap Trick. But if you want a secret version of Trap Trick, well, coming in Soul Fusion. Light Play Unlimited, roughly around $9. You see it roughly around $150. And then when you go to like first edition versions, we're going to see this bad boy rocking roughly around $17 for Trap Trick. I told you guys before, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I said Trap Trick's gonna go low in value. I said once we get control decks, Trap Trick goes up in value. Get Out is definitely gonna be used in control decks. Also, Trap Trick's also good with another card, Dimensional Barrier. It helps fetch that card out. So the opponent doesn't have a way to stop Dimensional Barrier from proccing, or Trap Trick from proccing. That's gonna happen. Once again, we're entering Master Rule 5. You want it, we're gonna have it. But we're gonna have some disclosures. Like Trap Trick and Dimensional Barrier is pretty broken. If they hit Dimensional Barrier, if they somehow ban it, sure. Trap Trick and Get Out is pretty broken. So this is something a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are it's going over the head right now. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are sleeping on Trap Trick because everybody's looking at cards like Get Out. Everyone's looking at cards like Dimensional Barrier and not realizing they're both the same card when utilized by Trap Trick. So that's the real card you need to look through. Once again, do not look in the front end hype. Look in the back end of the hype. And that's where the real value is. I was seeing Trap Trick go up in value. And unfortunately, I saw this already. Like I said, I was pretty sick. So I didn't get a chance to make the video discussing this card. I posted some cards up on Facebook. They were on, if you guys watch me on Facebook, or your Market Watch Facebook group, they're on, sorry, I post a bunch of them. And then it does it by, it schedules them to come on a certain time. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to post Trap Trick. I wanted to, I just didn't get a chance to. Nevertheless, if you don't want to get the secret rare, no big deal. You still have the ultra rare, which roughly around $5.50. There's a couple of them left, and then soon it's $6. Now, once again, 2019 Gold Star, because there's still a lot left. There's still plenty around, but the price still spiked relatively fast. So if you are excited about Trap Trick, if you're excited about Dimension Barrier, and if you feel like I feel like these are going to be great cards, you better have your Trap Tricks. Now, I don't know how many to get. I personally have 2. I don't think you need 3, but I won't argue with anybody that wants to run 3. Now, we got Trap Trick, we got Get Out, we got Dimension Barrier. We have the makings of a great control deck. Unfortunately, we don't have a good control deck yet. Maybe Initial Assault will give us one, but right now we just do not have any at all. Another interesting card is the number 3093 Utopia Kaiser. Out of Battles of Legends Heroes Revenge with a $5.70 market price. Well, it's just about bought out. Yeah, no, it's seriously, it's $9. It hovers around 10 for a bit and then quickly goes to 15. And then $25. Number 93, Topia Kaiser. Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. I would love to know if you know what this card does in the comment section down below. I have zero idea if this card's good or bad, or just being bought because why not? Master Rail 5, am I right? Looking at Orca stuff. So if you're an Orcas player right now, you already know that you're losing value, or you should know that you're losing value. Then gears to the Orcas of the Ink Star Ultimate Rare coming out of OTS Storm Pack 11 is $30. This card was hitting around 40s, at one point even 45, now at 30. If you want the ultra rare version, no big deal. It's about 21. First edition, 25. Underneath, it's $26 market price. If you want Galatea Ultimate Rare out of OTS Tournament Pack 10, that's roughly around $30 in the market price. Its actual price point is roughly around $24 currently right now. That's it for Ultimate Rare Galatea. Now, I told you guys, I said, listen, you have a chance. You have a great opportunity. You could get rid of your Dingirsus, okay, be done with that. Even your Galateas, and put that money towards Pot of Desires. Pot of Desires out of OTS Storm Pack 11 with a $57 market price. At lowest, it was roughly around 55, I believe I saw it at lowest. Yeah, it's not that anymore. The value of Pot of Desires is up now to $64. The model you played 54, but after that, it's roughly around $64 for Pot of Desires. Of course it is. That's even a low price, to be honest with you. This price is at a steal because this card's gonna easily get a hit over $100. No doubt in my mind. And I don't know if it's gonna hit $100 immediately. I don't think so. I can see it doing it in the long term, just like we saw with Power Duality hitting $100. But yeah, this is definitely gonna hit some pretty insane numbers. So if you don't have your Power Desires Ultimate Rare, just realize this is a card that's guaranteed going to open value. Every time someone comes up to me at a Yu-Gi-Oh event, they go, V, what's going to open value? Don't tell nobody. Just tell me, random guy that just met you at this event right now. Okay, random guy. Pot of Desires Ultimate Rare. Get on top of that. Because this is going to go up in value. It really is. And I don't understand why everyone's like, what's a secret card? Pot of Desires. Arguably, the secret card was trapped for the past... up until now, probably, most people don't realize that this is like the best card. Whenever you hear Dimensional Barrier, whenever you get out, this is the best card. But moving forward, honestly, it's going to be Pot of Desires. It's almost a no-brainer to me, unless Konami hits this card in a ban list, but I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that whatsoever. I highly doubt that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Pot of Extravagance be Ultimate Rare in the future. Looking at Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, I had Savage Strike with a $93 price point. Yeah, it's about $71, and that's probably the new price point for a while. I know as we move forward into Master Rail 5, into April 1st, the value will go down. I'm still going to tell you guys, this card's still going to be needed. It's still going to maintain a high value, so it's up to you. I think the card's going to go down really low, and then slowly move up in value, and they'll go back down again. That's exactly what's going to happen with Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. We've seen this before with other cards, and we're just going to see this with this. Unless the card gets a reprint, in which the value would not go back up, it would stay down. Then we have another great card. Psychic Wielder? Psychic Wielder. Coming out of Savage Strike, if you know what this card does, it says, if you control a level 3 monster other than Psychic Wielder, you can summon this card from your hand in defense mode. You can only special summon Psychic Wielder once per turn. If this card's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can target one monster in the field with less attack than a single monster that would use that uses card's material. Destroy it. That's it. I mean, that's basically all it does. It's a good card. I don't know. It's a card that went over a lot of people's head. When it first came out, I thought this card was insane. I still think this card is insane. And looking at the market, it obviously agrees with me. When we look at the market price, it's $4. But on limited versions, about $5. You got a light you play first edition, roughly around $5 as well. And the card slowly is going up in value. Definitely higher than its $4 price point. Then we have Dante Traveler the Burning Abyss. Oh, man. I just hope you guys got your hands on this card, because this card's going higher and higher in value. Obviously, Dante Traveler the Burning Abyss with a $6 market price. Well, I'll let you play unlimited. That's roughly around $7.50. First edition versions of Dante is roughly around $24. For first edition. This card was like $6 to $8, and now it's definitely not that. This is what happens with Dante Traveler, the Burning Abyss, and Burning Abyss cards as we get more near a ban list, as we see Master Rail 5, and as we almost certainly know that inevitably, whether it's this ban list, the April ban list, or any other ban list, Konami is going to unlock Burning Abyss. It's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. And whether you agree on Burning Abyss being meta play or not, well, it makes no difference to me or to anybody, because the market will see it as that, and the market will buy it up. The values will spike, the price will go crazy, and Yu-Gi-Oh players will want to get in on these cards. The only question is, do you want to get on these cards and turn it around and make some money? Whether you think it's hype, whether you think it's not hype, it's up to you whether you know what you want to do. But this is value, and it's inevitable that this card, in my opinion, is gonna be money. And I'll say my opinion for anyone that thinks no, V, Burning Abyss ain't worth money, because hi guy that started Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday, in my opinion, you have zero idea what you're talking about. How about you listen up, young buck? Because this is actually real value, and this is not done being bought out. This is gonna go higher. My question for anybody out there that's holding Burning Abyss cards is, do you think it's gonna float over to the Megaton version? Do you think it's gonna go premium gold or the common version of Burning Abyss? That's the only question, because I know Secret Rare original print, that's done already. That's being bought out and continually being bought out. Then we have Magical Musketeers. Now, I am a huge fan of Magical Musketeers. I love this deck. Okay? So here's the question for everybody. Will Magical Musketeers be good in Master Rule 5? It's a hard question, to be honest with you. And I think if we're going to be straight up with each other, the answer is going to be an astounding no. The reason is very simple. Musketeers are great right now, and they're good against Lynx, and they're made to fight Orcas. I mean, they are custom made to beat the crap out of Orcas. If you played in a meta in which, or in the locals or regionals where you played against Magical Musketeers, you kind of know this. They're designed to smack Orcas up perfectly. And they really didn't get talked about as much throughout the season, and too bad, the season's almost done. But this is still a phenomenal deck. But in Master Rule 5, I don't think it's going to be. And if it's not going to be, let's look at the prices. You got Caspars being around $18. You got Starfires being around $17, almost there $18. My question to you is very simple. Are you going to hold yours or sell yours? I personally have a place of the each. I'm probably going to sell mine. I think I'm going to get rid of these. Even though I love this deck a lot, I'm going to get rid of these 2 money cards. The rest of the cards I'm going to keep. And take that value and put it into something else. Because I think even though Caspar is good and Starfire is really good, I just don't think it's worth it. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. And then we have OTS 1 Pack 12. The value is finally starting to cool down. It's in the process of still cooling down. The market price and the original price points still are not reflecting each other. But let's go over them. Because we got Solemn Judgment coming out of OTS 1 Pack 12 with a $75 market price. The value's at $70. The reason is, once again, very simple. 2 Dracos, they're probably the only reason this card is holding real value. There's no real other decks. All the guys in Guru Control, they really haven't done much, to be honest with you. Not enough to merit this card holding a high value. Now, let me just refrain from saying that this card's going to maintain a low price point, because it's not. I really don't think it's going to. I think Konami recognizes the fact that we have a lot of great mid-range decks. We have a lot of great combo decks, well, future combo decks I think we're going to see a lot of. But we don't have, especially with Master Rule 5, but we don't have any control decks at all. There's an imbalance in the force. And I do think with control decks having an opportunity to come back and at least have one control deck be tier 1, we can see Solemn Judgment making a comeback in its value. I mean, the card's good as is, but with time rulings, it's not that good anymore. In fact, it's so not that good in time rulings that the other day I talked about, was it the Ghost Dog Girl? Ghost Dog Girl, that's the name of the card. The Life Gain Ghost Dog Girl. If you play combo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If your combo takes 10 minutes, you better be signing that card if you want to expect to win Yu-Gi-Oh events. If you are being drawn at the time, that card can save you. But look at the Solemn Judgment once again for my control players. I do think this is a great card. I do think this card you might want to keep an eye on. I do think the value's going to keep going low. But the minute we get a good control deck, the value stabilizes for a very short while and then spikes back up in value. Look at that Twin Twisters, the best card in the set value-wise. Even though it's holding a $65 price point, its current price point is $60. Now, I still think this card's going to go up in value in general because I think it's insanely good. Like, I don't think none of the Ultimate Rares in this set are terrible. I mean, look at Cash Dragon Leviator. With a $54 market price, the value is currently $50. The Secret Rare is still holding its price point because the market has not settled on anything yet. In fact, Cash Dragon 11 is used in one deck, and that's Thunder Dragon combo, which is decent now, but I think post-banless, it'll be infinitely better. And if it is good post-banless, Cash Dragon 11 goes up in value as you players rush to build these kind of combo decks. So keep an eye out for this card. And then you got cards like Grand Madre the Isa, worth around $5. Servant Endymion about $4. Everything's still $2, $3, and $4, $5 at most for super rares. And we're gonna see this for a while until more of these packs are cracked open, more of these cards are thrown to the market, and their value is jumping down as much. And then we play the game of supply and demand, in which you have a supply of LTS cards and demand for them. And when there's no more demand or a very few amount of demand, the value goes down as supply is being cracked open and thrown into the market. So that's what we'll see with OTS 1 Pack 12. And I think, once again, the values are going to fluctuate for a while. But once they stabilize, then we can come back here and we can talk about these cards. Because I do think there's a lot of potential in all these cards. I think this is probably the best OTS pack we've had in a very long time, with a lot of great cards that are highly wanted for current meta, for future meta. I think these are a lot of good cards. And if you don't have these cards, you might want to rush to get them as soon as possible. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Please, make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos, you Paisanos have a great day.